much. It's the worst. It's not the worst. It's just, it's only the worst when you're not as bright as I am, and that's my main issue, I reckon. So, shouldn't be electronic-y. We should be cool. It was user error. We'll see, shall we? We'll see who wins this game of cat and mouse, Mr. Technology. Anyway, I'm going to paint some Warhammer because technology's been stressing me out today. Life stresses you out. Painting Warhammer chills you out. Or playing games. That also chills me out. Sounds good. Thank you so much for Grima. I mean, I'm just going to say you did it for Grima. Arkian has Rob been talking to himself for like 10 minutes. I've been talking to myself for so much longer. I was so upset. I was like, why? Can you guys see? No, I need to move this a little bit. There we go. I'll actually get the camera set up in the right way at some point. But right now, I was going to paint some orcs, a kind of lurid, gross green, like I'm Nathan. That's the plan. I'm going to say hello to you. How are you all? No, I've decided I'm playing orcs for 40k for this year. You guys are the first to hear it. I'm playing orcs. So I played Death Guard. Oh, look at this guy. Yeah. Oh, wait. Where is it? Can you guys see? There we go. I played this guy anyway, and he sucked. So I played all the Death Guard, and they sucked, and I had a terrible time. So I decided I'm playing orcs instead. I'm turning into a proper grot. Shut up, Arkian. And also, Happy New Year. I want to just have fun this year. That's my plan. Going to just enjoy playing with orcs is my main game. Tristan Gray, if you're here, I hope you're all right. Dan, I've sorted it. Does anyone know what the issue was? Does anyone care what the issue was? I changed the output settings in the main mix. I changed it to 320, not 160. And apparently, it's coming through at 160. That was the singular change that I did. And that's caused consternation. AOS, I'm still playing Chaos Dwarves for the next 6 months at least. That's what I have planned. I've got an entire... I need to go to... Oh, that looks great. Really chuffed with that. Super green. Super green. Who said highlighting models was rubbish? Not me. Greetings, Mr. Tumnus. I'm not doing any of the GTs because I didn't get a ticket, but I'm going to try and turn up on the day and do that classic turn up on the day, get a ticket business. So I'm sure someone will buy one, sell me one at some point, because I would like to go to the heats as they're literally across. They're not far from my house. I am doing a lot of events this year, so I probably need to. No, I'm only going to go to events this year, so it'll be fine. Yeah, this looks great. This looks awesome. Yeah, go on, orcs. I've got to do this 90 times, at least 90 times. Right. I'm at Heat 3, and I have no idea. Rambo Squirrel. So, how are you all doing? That's what I want to know. How are you all? What are you all up to? And this is our chance to hang out. So, I tell you what, it's been a hectic week so far. Yeah, past week. It's been a bit much, if I'm honest. Very happy to be doing this chilling out. But you guys are checking out. Now, this might not seem like I've made any difference to the show, but currently my audio and my camera, this is you, is actually going through a different machine to the computer machine, which doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but when we go to and do all the event coverage, it means now we can do two things which people love. Tristan Gray, thanks for subscribing! Oh, baby. All right, 4 months in a row. And you remembered to do it. It means that we're going to be able to have a dice camera and also a patrol around the tables camera so you guys can see other games happening at the same time, I think. So I just need to double check. But let's hope it lasts for the next 2 hours. That's the plan. Rambo Squirrel Wizards. Carl Mack, I'm painting up the Loyal 32. All right, okay. Aren't the Loyal 32, haven't they been disbanded, and there's now a mech battalion that's even, Mechanicum battalion that's even better? That's what I heard. I'm not responsible for that. What do you, I use, well, this camera I'm using right now is a C920, but as you can see, It's not 100% in focus, so let's try and deal with that. Which one is it? This one? And then, no, it's this one. Let's deal with it. So how are you all? I'm interested to know. Focus. Focus apparently is automatic, but there we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Let's get that in focus. There, smashed it. And then, does it need any more? You guys see that well enough? That looks pretty decent. I've got that. Yeah, okay, there we go. Death Guard facing Emo Elves for the first game. Alright. Death Guard facing Emo Elves. Dark Elves. Smashed it. I get it. Do you guys like that green? This was the green before. I need to get used to this. This is going to take me a while. And now this is the new green. The new green looks cooler, right? It's more like powerfully orky. Oh my god, this is... with the Bee Giant. The Bee Giant is currently... The Bee Giant's not out yet because I got a little bit upset by the Bee Giant. So, there we go. Look at this guy. This is my weird... This is what I use as my... weird boy in my orc army. So I'm going to change him. I'm going to paint him up a bit, I think. Make him look a bit cooler. Hi, Papa Bean. How you doing? Looking forward to seeing you. Couple of weeks. We'll be in Australia. The Norn, how you doing? Up with Phil. For when Rob versus that Cheeky Beanock AOS 2 in the channel, guaranteed laughs. Dan, unfortunately, and that is Cheeky Beanock, old Warhammer TV Dan, isn't allowed to play me at Warhammer on the telly because of company rules. So Games Workshop wouldn't let him play with me on the telly, which is sad because we're good friends. But that is fine, and I respect him and his work and what he does. So unfortunately, that means we're not going to get to play games, which is sad. New green is much more vibrant. I agree. I am using Moot Green over the top of this green, so I'm hoping this makes all the difference and is pretty swish. Yeah, it does look a lot better. Very chuffed. I probably won't do it on... I've got 90 Orc Boys to do, so it's going to be a slow grow for you guys, but I wanted to test it out on that last model, and now I'm doing it on my... Because I've got 4 characters in this army, so I'm going to start here, and then I'm probably going to do Met Gun via Met Gun, because I've got 18 of those, but I've got the Grot Crews to do. And, do you want to check this out, 40k people? I'm going to get my Met Guns, and I am going to base them on square bases. Hashtag triggered. Ethereal Orcs. Oh, that's lovely. Thanks, Denise. Oh, thanks. Not 100% on it, but we'll give it a whirl. Try and make it look nice. I am thinning my paints, gentlemen. I'm doing the whole biz. Doing the whole biz. I know there was some laughter about the Bumblebee painting. So much so that I've actually gone back to the drawing board with the Bumblebee. I don't really know what to do with him, so he's in a pot. He's been put to the sin bin. What are we going to do with him? That's the question. There we go. There we go. This green looks nice. This green's cool. Yeah, it's a lot more vivid, right? But then look at this hand. Murky. Powerful. Blue's cool. I'm chuffed with the blue. That company rules. Rob and some guy can't be friends on TV. That's right, Tristan. You're going to be on long... Yeah, I'm going to be here till 9, so an hour and a half. I'm going to be here. Yes. Square bases. Yeah, I'm going to put them on square... Well, because I want to base them, because the Grot Crew for 40k don't count as anything anymore. They're like wound... They're not even wound markers. They just don't count. So I'm very tempted to... I mean, I could actually use them... I could get super clever and use them as wound markers, so I could magnetize them onto the bases and then as I lost wounds, I could take a grot off. That sounds like a lot of effort, if I'm honest. Sounds like too much effort. Let's be real. Hi Ace, how you doing? So you guys, me and Ace were chatting earlier. You guys know that we're doing the 40k event coverage at the LCO this weekend. Very excited about that. And since me and Ace spoke, I've been in the studio. It might not seem like I've done a lot, but I've actually set up an entirely new stream computer. And I know there was a little issue when we got started, but I'm hoping the sound's decent now. You guys should be able to hear the sound good. But most importantly, the video is stable. And that might not seem like a big deal, but it's coming from a different machine. That's actually quite a big deal. Because, so if you guys are interested, this isn't very Warhammery, but when I worked at Games Workshop, or when you set up any live streaming gear, you've got this really interesting mix of things that you can do. But it all functions around what cameras do you have and what machines do you have. Now, obviously, the cameras that you have dictate what machines you're plugging the cameras into to try and mix it. And when you're doing visual mixes like this, for example, let's get this camera. Let's full screen this, and then let's do this. There we go, and then we'll cut for a second. You guys should still hear me. Nailed it. So you guys can see now that there's 3 cameras on the go because they're all moving. I'll get my hands going, but we don't want that because that looks rubbish. So we'll cut that off. There we go. So the thing that's always perplexed me when I've gone to events, and we did Crimbobo and Bobo and all the other stuff, and when we're going to the LCO, is I haven't been able to have more than 2 cameras. Now I should be able to have 5 cameras and a roving reporter camera. And that's really important, so you guys can be like, hey, I really want to see that game on table 7. And be like, no problem. Roving reporter with a camera, off he goes. But there's also an issue with audio, right? No one cares about this. I'm going to start again. What does everyone think of orcs? It was super entertaining to watch Tom count Met Gungrots for the millionth time, yeah. Hi, Tristan Gray. What you all up to? So, 2019, what we all doing for hobby? Let me know. Let me know what we're doing. What's the plan? What we up to? I am playing Orcs in 40k, and I am playing, still playing the Chaos Dwarves in AOS. Very excited about that. I think there's enough battle tomes coming out that after that 6-month hiatus of just playing Chaos Dwarves for the next 6 months, I could hobby something really nice to start. My friend Paul might be donating or lending me or giving me, I'm not really sure what exactly he was saying, a Nighthaunt army, so that could be something that's in the future for me. I think it's got lots of options. Oh man, that looks cool. Look at the green. Yeah, I'm into this. This looks ace. This looks cool. Cameras for days, yeah. So what's LLV asking me? So the split screen you have there is what I was trying to ask for in the stat show. Tables one side, you're on the other. Yes, it's actually happening again, and it's possible now because I can plug it together. So yes, it's set up. It's just it's been not easy to make this work, and obviously we need it for CanCon and then all the other events. But we're on it, you and me. 2019, playing my first Warhammer tournament. Where you going, Rintra? Where you going to play? I'm excited for you. Rambo Squirrel making an all-snake army for DE. Just converted a snake assassin. That sounds awesome. I love conversions. I think I'd like to go back to my Sylvaneth army at one point, or my mixed order army as it is, because it's all Sylvaneth related. I'd look forward to doing that. I did quite a few conversions on that army. Painting's cool, isn't it? You know, something like looks, you're like, oh, this is cool. I might not do the Orc boys. I might just leave them all grotty looking, and all the cool characters could get the paint jobs. Have you guys, Ace? Have you used this guy as a weird boy as well? Because these are my big mechs, by the way. So I've used a War Chanter, as you can see, and then I've literally just stuck electronic stuff to him. So I'm gonna paint this guy up. I'm gonna do all the cabling in some yellows and some other colours, and I'm gonna Probably green stuff some cables into them so it makes sense. So yeah, so I've got these guys. That's my Orc command staff at this point. Tables for events, Gloomspite and Gits. You got it. That's it, buddy. Evening dudes. Evening days you do the dog. All right, Lee Bromley. Hope you're doing well. Happy 2019. Starting my AOS adventure with Dispossessed. Oh my god, there's a WhatsApp group for you. You get some personal attention on that WhatsApp group. Starting my AOS adventure with Dispossessed. Worrying I've thrown my cash into a pit with an army who won't get a new release and time. Don't worry. Don't worry, they will get round to it. I'm almost certain they'll get round to all the armies at some point. I really do. Like Nathan's been waiting 3 years for the Gloomspite Git, so I'd be chill if I were you. Bad Moon Cafe one day as Heat 3 and hopefully South Coast GT. That's it, Rintra. That's cool. What army do you have your eyes in after the Dowie Tsar? Hi Chris. Yeah, sorry you're not here, buddy, but we got it to work. So big shout out to Chris. Chris is the person who's helped sort out the other machine working. So Chris has actually been invaluable in the coverage you guys are going to see in the next few years. So what a babe. Hi Hook and Pin. Hope you're doing well. Painting hurts the other games that doesn't quite paint in the past 7 years. Means I'm totally out of practice. But yeah, you've got it, Rambo Score. Don't worry. Yeah. Man, this looks awesome. This is a cool green. I'm really chuffed with this. Really chuffed. All right. Oh no, I've got some. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Going to armies on parade. I'm trying to work out what physically smallest AOS army is for ease of transport. I think it's an all eel army. Full Grima. For ease of transport, it's got to be Stormcast. Those things are rock solid. I don't think you're. I don't think you could break a Stormcast model really. Yeah, I honestly can't think of anything easier to transport than Stormcast. Probably Dwarves, maybe. Oh man, that looks awesome. I'm dead chuffed with that. Compared the two. Hold on. There you go. All right. All right. Yeah, that was bad. That was awesome. I'm going to have to redo the bases. I got to rebase bloody 90 Orc boys. That's a nightmare no one wants to ever do. I use War Chant as the one guy. This Warpath and Smoke guy is the one with the jump. Yeah. Might try and do armies on parade. Hi, Canhammer. Well, what do we have here? Hobby videos. I think hobby videos is strong. Lush model there, Rob. What are you painting? I'm just painting up some weird boys. That's what I'm doing. These are my 40k orcs. I'm pretty certain. I spoke to Ace earlier. I might go to some of the 40k heats. Hey, Blue Cilia, thanks for subscribing for 6 months in a row. I'm going to go to some of the 40k heats, I think. And I just want you to all know that there is no skill in the army I'll be taking. It will be these orcs, and the army is a joke. It is so powerful. I played it the other day. I only used 1,650 points, and it just kicked ass. So I think I'm going to take it to the heats and let the army do the work for me. I didn't use any of the cultures. I didn't use any of the stratagems. I played 100 points down. I didn't take an artifact. It was just too easy. It's just, his army is so good. You've taken Stormcaster Bow flying with Skellies and Ghosts didn't seem appealing. Yeah, I completely understand that, bro. Completely worthwhile. Like, I get you. Mr. Tumnus, what have you been painting? If I click it, is the camera still working? I'm so chuffed with this. Let me just do some stuff, check some things. Ooh, 13 Corn Berserkers. All right. Building more angry lads tonight. Go on. Playing Orcs tonight on stream, they will likely lose. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Your Orcs are going to lose? You'll be fine. They're fine. They're the best army in the world. Yeah, good photo, Ace. What base have you put him on? Because mine's on a much bigger base. Mine's on a 50 mil? No, mine's on a 40 mil actually. Husband's going to Heat 3 in June, AOS for Sylvaneth. He's playing He's playing to win. Go on. Go on. No opponents, orcs will lose. Oh, wait, you've got no opponents to play against? Canhammer? Also, Darren, is that you? Is Canhammer like, do you do it off the Canhammer account? Because that would be cool. You're into Iron Jaws now, Rob, or are you playing for Nathan? No, man, I'm not. I mean, I'm always into Iron Jaws, they're awesome, but no, I'm just painting up my 40k army, and I used the Iron Jaws models because they're just way better. I was actually thinking about, so these are orc boys, these chaps. They're cool models, but they're a bit, look at that Russian hat. Oh no, I'm gonna, it's like fit there. Why can't I? There we go. Russian hat. He looks terrible. So I think I'd like to paint up 90 hard boys and then strap some guns to their back, because they would make amazing orc boys. And then, you know, obviously use gore grunters as what do you call them? As bikers. That would be awesome fun. And I'm sure loads of people have already done stuff like that, but I think that would be something I'd really like to do. You could use brutes as mega knobs, but then obviously the mega knobs are so bad in 40k that it just doesn't really work out. I'm really not hitting the mark there, am I? There we go. That's just made it loads better. Just move the camera instead of move my arms. I'm trying to become a blogger like it's 2006. This is Tristan Gray. Blogs are where it's at, man. That's why I'm always on TGA. I'm just there, and I'm like, do you know what? I can't wait to read through 50 pages of opinion pieces and dissent. That is all I can think about going up. No, blogs are out, I think. I'm hoping so I've got a busy weekend, obviously, with the LCO coverage. After the LCO coverage, and my plan is to have the Gloomspite Gits book up on Warhammer, working for the wrong company, on the honestwargamer.com ASAP, with a unit rundown for every unit in the game. That's my aim. I'm going to do that myself, because then no one can beat me. And I'm just doing it. So that's the plan. And then we're on the road to CanCon, which is very, very exciting. And doing the coverage there. And then, LLV, I don't know if you know this, but we're going to reinvent T-Sports. I'm going to send you a message, and you're going to be very exciting. Gloomspite is out. It's been out everywhere. Currently working on Saurus Guard. Let's make them great again. Lee Bromley, until they get 2 wounds, they're great. Then they'll be too great. Lee Bromley, you're right. Let's do it. Let's make Saurus Guard good. What can we do? They're too expensive. They got no good buffs. Right. What if you were to paint your Saurus Guard but pretend that they were Razordons? That could be the way that we make them good, Lee. What do you think? Answers on the postcard. Oh man, look how cool. Look how much cooler he looks. Oh no. Look at that green. Versus this green. Muted. Rubbish. Hi, John. I've given up on messages. Don't give up. I told you to get WhatsApp. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everyone leave me alone. I've got this. I've got lots to do. Hi, Hellstorm Dan. You guys are the best. So that doesn't need... That's it, Tristan. Give him some shit. What do you guys think I should play? Are you guys excited about what's coming out? Is anyone playing GC Cults? Is anyone excited about Skaven? Like, it almost feels like Gloomspite Gits aren't even out yet, and people are like looking beyond it and are being like, what's next? And I'm like, whoa. Me and Nathan, by the way, are going into the studio on Monday, or coming into this studio on Monday, and we're going to be recording some how to use the Gits properly videos. So not bat reps. Imagine like mechanics videos. I think that's what we'll probably call. That looks awesome. Does anyone know what I should do with this, the bony type? I need like another colour to do on top of that. I don't know what colour yet. We'll work it out. Hey Dionysus, hope you're well. Fuck that shit. The Gits backlash is real. Hey, look at the comment. Do you think the Gene Sealer Cults? Thanks, Shinzra. Do you think Chiefs of the Corps will turn out good when released? Or I honestly don't know. It's a tough army because it's a toughness 3 army with a 5-up save across the board. So that can be a bit challenging. But I ran a list of 100 guardsmen the other day. So boring to play. Don't do it. So boring. But was really good. Was super functional. So if they do stuff like that, could be really good. The reports are, the scuttlebutt from behind the scenes is that they're really good. They've got a load of characters, which means loads of buffs and loads of overlapping abilities. So you could get, and it's all about them stratagems, right? If they've got the good stratagems, they're in. If they've got the bad stratagems, they're out. That's what I think. Going to work on some Sisters of the Thorn. Kadred, good. What are you going to mix them with? I seriously worry Gits will be a massive part of the meta and games will hit time. LLV, I don't really think that. I think that the nuke output, so DPS output of Gits is going to be massive because they are strong. They are strong, and I haven't even read all the overlapping buffs yet. That Loon King guy is crazy. It is maybe magic based, but the sheer volume of pluses to cast is mental. So I don't think it's going to hit time. Also, movement trays. Movement trays. I think is going to be the answer. Hey, Jonathan, or if you're watching and you're Facebook messaging me, I can't answer it because I'm live. So sorry. If you're not watching me, could someone message Jonathan and be like, Rob can't reply right now. Plus, I don't reply to the end of any. Oh no! Got pain in the eyeball. Oh no, I've messed it up. Everyone, oh no, I've saved it. Big thing regarding Flesh Eat Courts is that there'll be the first renew of an AOS battle tome that isn't just Stormcast New Chamber Edition. That's a good point, Rambo. That's actually a really good point. Thank you. I'm going to remember that. That's actually really important. Skaven, if Skaven comes out before Flesh Eater Courts, that's actually an update of 2 battle tomes. Because at one point, of 1 battle tome at least, because you had the Pestilence battle tome, which was one of the early battle tomes that they put out, which was clear they were going to factionalize the different clans. If a single Skaven book comes out where it's all the clans in one book, it means that there's been a reverse of that. Because obviously in the GHPs as well, there was also the Scryer Allegiance ability. So if they're all locked in, they might just do them all locked in, like Pestilence page. I mean, it would be cool. It would be a big book. That would be a wicked book. So what's happened there? Someone just subscribed. Eddie Would Go just subscribed. Maybe on Facebook, on YouTube? I don't know. Sort out alerts, Rob. Moving takes a long time and they have a lot of interlacing rules and rerolls that will eat time. Potentially. Heard you had some criticism on the Charity Hammer stream last weekend. Curious to hear why that is, says Dionysus. I didn't have any criticism. I just said it was odd, the sheer volume of people that they got. Because when I worked for Games Workshop, there seemed to be... so they had 5,500 people watching, which is excellent. And I hope loads of money went to charity. That's awesome. Super chuffed with it. I think it's brilliant. There's no criticism. It was just, wow, 5,500 viewers when the best Games Workshop could manage being paid to be on the front page of Twitch. They only managed 3,500. If you could take another example, when they did the launch of 40k as their Facebook stream, which they announced and they advertised and they did everything, they managed 4,000 viewers on YouTube. So 5,500 viewers is way above what the main company can manage, even with the most promotion possible. And then obviously the launch of 40k, of 40k as it was, the new launch of 40k, would be, I think, a big ticket item. So a charity game being streamed is exciting and amazing, but hitting 5,500 viewers seems unrealistic. So I said, while it was happening, you went and checked in the stream, there were only a couple of hundred accounts actually watching. So I think that it was being botted, which doesn't detract from whether or not money went to charity. I just said that was the process. Are you running camera on each laptop? I am, Chris. Chris, it's working. The audio is obviously linked to this camera, and then all that's coming through into the main machine. So we've done it. We've done it, Chris. and it's currently working. Seems quick, seems mobile. Haven't tried it with Telestrator yet. Probably should do that as like a stress test. But do you know what? Let's do it. Let's do a bit of work. Oh no, wait. No, let's not do it. We're doing fine. Let's just all hang out. Let's not stress test it any further than it needs to be stress tested. There you go. What do you guys think of this guy? Oh, baby. Hi, Bone Moore. Thanks for subscribing. I'm all in for Skaven Heat 3. I come. Go on, Ace Face. You got it. Glad to hear, my man. Is it Games Workshop viewership up now as well? So it's not the viewership. It's a single viewer. Is what I'm trying to say. Twitch Factory viewers. Yes. Evening, Rob. Thanks, OJ. Hope you're well too. Draw a Nathan. All right. Okay. Should we? Do you all want to stress test it with me? Should we try and make this thing work? Hold on. Let's do it. So what we need to do in here is add one of these. Get ready. Ooh. Oh no, not yet. Not yet. This might all mess up now because I've made a boob. Okay. Nailed it. Currently nailed it. So then, oh, is it janky now? Looks janky. Oh, I don't know. It might be janky. I'm sorry if it is. But now we can just draw Nathan Prescott. No, I won't finish the drawing. Oh, no, it didn't work. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Why don't we see many Beasts of Chaos armies? They're awesome. They just haven't been out very long. There's always a delay on building the armies and putting them together, in my opinion. Okay. So it takes let's see, everyone prep their ears. It takes a while for people to build armies and put them on the tabletop, in my opinion. Oh, we got it! We got it, boys! Okay, let's try and do this. And no. Okay, further back. Okay. We'll leave that running in the background and see if that causes any issues. And if it does your voice is off with the audio now when Telestrator runs. My voice is off with the audio. So what? So you can see my face, but the audio's at a lag. Is that for the start of a banana boat? You're on a delay. All right, okay. There's something you can do with that. That'll be something I need to work at. I'm going to turn Telestrator off then. And then that'll be something I'll work on because you can set that. That's fine. Lips move, but audio lags. All right, okay. Thug Life glasses. We've done it. All right, awesome. Awesome. It does work, but there might be some network issue. Lips move, audio lags. Lips move, audio lags. Which means you're getting both at the same time. How can that work? Never mind. One day, might dip a toe in. Okay. All right, Chris. Cheers very much. So it would have just been the first part, right? And then it would have evened out. Nice, nice. That's why you have a networking expert in the chat helping you live. So Beasts of Chaos are awesome, I think. But the problem with Beasts of Chaos is probably Zangor the strongest part. Hellstorm Dan. And then Dino says, got to say the New Grots and rumoured High Elves making enthusiastic about Sigmar. I've actually heard nothing about High Elves. So I think eventually they'll be out, but I've heard nothing of them in coming months. But the Gits are pretty brilliant. AOS is just a brilliant game system. The Endless Spells mechanic is just so solid. So good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. These look great. Enjoy. I'm going to actually switch to one of these guys just because. Awesome! These models are great. Oh, yeah. Come on, Orcses. Well, fuck that rumour again. Sorry, I'm sure at some point there will be, but I haven't heard anything of them recently. So I'm sure there'll be some high elves out soon. I'll be honest, Skaven, like, if Skaven come out, it'll be very hard for that not to be my army after Chaos Dwarves, especially as I can paint them and then potentially ally some in, although you can't ally in any Skaven ATM, which is a bit of a problem, but it'd be cool if you could. But yeah, that, and then I could have like a little bit of a mixed Chaos Force on the go and just keep adding elements to it, because loads of I think the Skaven is to Chaos what Orcs and Goblins really are to Destruction. I mean, I know some people love the Ogres and all that jazz, but for me, it's all about the Orcs and Goblins. And then if I think it will be amazing if Skaven come out. They will be rocking it. I think everyone will get them. Not enough. The video lags when you're using the computer, not enough resources to run both. Well, yes, probably because I won't have it. I probably can set the priorities higher, which is something I can do later. We just need to work out a night to test OBS from two different locations. How? Oh, I see what you're saying. See what you're saying, Chris. You can actually, that's the whole point of NDI. You're meant to be able to do it, but let's just calm down. Let's walk before we can run. Let's make the LCO coverage amazing. Take what we learned from the LCO coverage, have more than 2 cameras for once in a live stream, then go to CanCon, do the same thing on Australia on their potato internet, and then we're smashing it. Then we're in Belfast doing the team tournament. You guys and me, we're going to be having some fun. Some real big fun. Just download more RAM. Wait, is it slowed down? Has it slowed down now? Belfast on literal potato internet. I think that's potentially racist, Tom. I'm not sure. If any of you Irish fellas are listening, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. Splinter MD and chat need some bro knowledge here. Started seeing someone new. Well, Splinter MD, let's do it. Started seeing someone new. She's a bit of a it girl. All right, that's a bit of an old school term, right? From London. How do you all tell a non-geek about your obsession of painting, collecting, and playing with little army men? Tom, it's not racist. I'm so sorry. I don't want to attack another ETC member. Not this week. I've already caused enough consternation. Splinter MD. How do you tell him? Oof, it's a toughie. You just say, I have a very odd set of passions. No, just embrace it. If anything I've ever learned from women is that they love enthusiasm and they love passion. They love passion. They're like, if you be passionate about it, they'll be like, wow, this must be great for someone to be so passionate about it. And don't be apologetic. Don't be like, oh, I know it's a bit nerdy. Just live it, man. Live it big. Be proud. Be like, check out my tattoo. It's a goblin. You know, get John to draw a picture of you two. Like, get a picture of you two on a date, and then get John to do a picture of you. Say, hey, I was talking to my bros online who I talked to about this game, and then one of them drew a picture of you and me together. It's like, what? No, don't do that. That's a mistake. Don't do that. Isn't Rob's John? Is John Rob's John up to throw cash prizes? Works especially well into girls who like travel. I waited till she was naked and satisfied. That's the problem, Tristan. You have to be able to ensure that you can do that part of the mission. It's especially hard for me because this is my job, so I don't really have anything to. I don't be like, yeah. So after work, me and the guys are going to the pub when really we're playing games. I'm like, this is my job, so I can't really get away from it. So just normalize it. Just make it cool. Just be like, yeah, this is great. You should probably find out if she likes games and stuff, and maybe ask yourself, like, do you want to be with someone who doesn't love your passions? Because people should love the people that they love. She should at least indulge it, I'd say. At least indulge it. Right. I Bridewell. Do you think the Trogos will be powerful in the new Gloomspite army? Not as powerful as the Gits element of it. Just because... Wait until I've written an army list. I promise you. I don't want to give you a flippant statement. Wait till I've written the army list out, and then there'll be a show where we'll give you the answer, and then that's the best way. Hey guys, hey Rob, how is everyone? Hi Zed Minis, how you doing? G Silicots on the way. Fair Sean, what does that mean? Is Coke the new water for painters? So Coca-Cola, I sometimes, instead of using my water cup, look at that, I sometimes will use, and I'm thinning my paints today, but I've been known to sometimes thin my paints with Coca-Cola, and it's a wonderful, wonderful painting technique. Dan, what do you need to do is remind Mikey that he has to do a forfeit to do and get him to do LCO. What forfeit does he have to do? And let's get him to do it. Slow your shall me. I'm out now about my hobby. Passion with all my mates and family, and they love how passionate and dedicated I am. Most people think it's fucking cool. OJ is cool. It is cool, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think there's a really cool video actually online of news people finding out about people playing professional computer games, and people being like, that's terrible. And it's like, well, what's your hobby, man? Having a passion is amazing. Just embrace it and be passionate about it. And if people can't accept your passion, just leave those people behind. No one should be cussing out what you love. Go love your thing, man. Unless the thing you love is flip-flops, in which case, I'm out, and I hate you. What's happened, Tom? What have we done? What power have we given you? Show your mega knob. Oh my god. Splinter MD, what armies do you play? Because this makes it funnier. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Mub. He has to dress up as Freddie Mercury for that I Want to Break Free video. That's great. That's great. That's not a forfeit. That's just a cool day. What are you up to today? Just having fun. Having fun. I want to break free. Right, I'm gonna keep painting. I'm gonna win a Best Painted award. That's what I'm gonna do. Not with this model. I just want him to look greener. This guy looks way cooler. Way cooler. Let's leave them in the background so you can see. So there's this guy who's now been done in the correct green. And then this guy. Who's not in the correct green. There you go. He looks cooler, right? The brighter green. All right. Oh. 1,000 subs and he keeps putting off. Why? Oh my god. We should do battle reports, Tom. Battle reports are like the easiest thing in the world. People love that shit. We should be like, battle reports! No, I'm not doing battle reports. Can't, no. Right, Splinter MD, you play Daughters of Cain. It's too easy. I'm not going there with the jokes. You play Iron Jaws. Maybe you should show your Mega Knob. Thank you very much. Or your Maw Crusher. Thank you very much. Knights. Shield Breaker Missiles. No, I just show her, man. Just show her. Just take her to Warhammer World. I think that's, and take her around the museum and just be like, look at this. Because most people think it's like a tiny, tiny place with like 8 people in it. Or they've seen their local Games Workshop. Well, it depends where you are, Splinter. I don't know where you're based. But if you can, just take them there. That's where I take all my first dates. It's just easier. Just get them first dates straight to Warhammer World. And as soon as you see them and they're like, I like those Ultramarines, just get rid of them. Just be like, look, we're not going to work out. It's not me, it's you. You're the problem. Hi, Eddie Mac. How you doing? Eddie Mac, did I reply Thursday? Are you good? Me and Eddie Mac are going to talk ETC. He's going to ETC. He's going to school me up, and he's going to tell me where I went wrong on Monday, which I'm going to appreciate and want to hear. So I'm very looking forward to that conversation, because there's nothing I'm scared of. I like being told I'm wrong, because then I learn to be smarter. If Hellstorm Gang can do bat reps, anyone can. Ace. Ooh. I'd watch your bat reps if you did play Tom. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. Yeah, these guys look cool. I'm doing this. What should I do about? I was going to do that on the red. I'm going to try the red out later. Oh no. I'm so far away. Nailed it. There we go. Spin. Wait, me and Adi are going to double TV. Explain the whole heresy to her in great detail. Then if Magnus did anything wrong, if she agrees, she isn't a keeper. That's a key. He did do something wrong though, but let's not get into it. Yeah, I think Splinter MD, I think just pull out your weird knob, just go for it. And also, please post results. We would like to know if you could live stream it, or if you would like to go to the Pizza Express opposite the Honest Wargamer HQ. We will live stream it for you. And that is an open offer to everyone who's into, who follows the Honest Wargamer. If you're planning a date in Nottingham and you think that is some quality, TV we could be doing there, we could live stream that, commentate over the top. Oh, you can see he's ordered the garlic bread. He doesn't think things are going to get physical tonight. But it's a risky move because she has not crossed her arms or legs the entire date. She's flicked her hair, and he may be regretting that garlic bread decision early on. Explain how. So pull out my weird knob. It's not about right or wrong, pal. I know, buddy. I know. It's just worth talking about. And my point I'm trying to make is I don't mind being wrong, and I like being told. I like what other people think is on the money. Send a picture of your weird knob. Please reply. So, Dan, I've just checked, mate. It's 1,000 followers, currently up to 1,006. I'm going to say 1,000 subs is enormous and good money. It's good job. Pizza Express is solid. Went there after League of Nights. It is a good Pizza Express. Table on her. No regrets. Garlic bread. It's delicious. Follows on Twitch and subs on YouTube are basically the same thing, though. I think they're different, Tom. To be honest, I actually think that the YouTube community sometimes just does not engage in Twitch sometimes. There are some people hopefully watching on YouTube right now, or watching back on YouTube. The guys from yesterday were really lovely, left loads of comments, which was badass. So thank you to those guys. It's all about them comments for the algorithms. So there we go. Hoping we go to Australia, we're not going to get in loads of trouble with the snakes. I saw something today that was saying you must wear snakes and boots, and I'm scared, but I think that's the people in Australia trying to spook me. They also told me bears were going to fall out of the trees, but I know that's a fib. I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling for those lies. Oh man, this looks cool. I just came from YouTube to here. Thanks, Mub. See? Do you often come onto Twitch? Mub? I normally watch on YouTube, to be honest. That's all right, Bowmore. We started putting more on YouTube now, so I think that's going to start picking up people and doing that sort of side of it, because I think that community is just like a different community. It's like putting tags on videos. It is such an administrative, so boring. but so useful and so helpful. We also don't do much in the way of like spamming Facebook groups and stuff with like posts and things, and probably should start doing that. It just feels like we should probably start doing that. In fact, we will start doing that. It's already written out. Got a plan. Spiders and snakes hiding in your boots. Was listening to the cash regarding selection for ETC, and I was on the England committee for War Machine Horde England team and WC, and it was dead easy. So Rambo Squirrel. What process was done there, Rambo Squirrel? It'll be interesting. Can't understand seeing as you have way more people and data to base the choice on how it's more difficult. I don't think it's more difficult. What I said was, I felt like I fell over myself a little bit, if I'm honest. I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't think I nailed that. Sometimes I'm really pleased with how I've dealt with an issue, and sometimes I'm like, I don't think I cracked that one necessarily, because I stated several times, I was like, I think it's great. I think it's cool that you can represent your country. Like, and I think that the people, like Jonathan Etland said, the fact that I'm going to have this conversation another day, but basically I think I was complimentary to what the event is. I was like, it's great that it can be done, like, and I'm not saying in this case that it like was done nepotistically. I just have always felt it's done that way as an outsider. Now I'm willing to be told it's not done that way by someone on the inside, and that's the point. I like to know. I don't need it, like, I don't need to be involved in the process. It's just nice to know. It's just like, oh, that's cool. That's how it works. That's wicked. And that can be the same as any closed system. When people don't know the people involved or how it works, you're just like, well, how's that done? It just must be a group of mates. But I don't think that's what it was in this case. I said that yesterday, and I think I've said it again today. I just think it's nice to talk about it because it puts it out there more. That helps. Can't understand seeing as you have way more. No, don't try and take anything through custom drop. They won't let you in. I won't. Don't worry. No, John. That's not your job. Don't worry about it. What's your name, by the way, mate? Oh, okay. I see a lot of people comment on Facebook groups recommending this war game when people ask for good channels. Yeah, that's really nice. I love it when I see that. It's really, really cool. I saw a really cool guy that does bat reps as well. Reroll Ones, potentially, is his YouTube channel, but there's just like 3 bat reps on there. And I was like, we could put like quite a few up in a very short space of time. And I was like, do we do that? And I was like, I don't know. They're not evergreen, are they? But so that's what me and Nathan are going to experiment with on Monday. So we are coming into the studio to do some work on doing some like mechanics videos, which I think are a little bit more useful than a bat rep. So we'll see. So I'm all about being useful for the community. And maybe bat reps are useful, maybe I'm just being a dick about it. But I think doing the live reports from tournaments is our version of bat reps. And it takes a lot more work. That's not true. It takes a different type of work. There's a better way of putting it. And a fairer way of putting it, I think. Because the other statement's wrong. Nailed it. This guy looks the tits. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at him. Ah! Ah! Raise the Gungan shield. You cannot hit me. Welcome to the Gungans. Hey, thanks for subscribing, the Norn. Wait, hold on. 12 months in a row? All right. Mbob says, does anyone have an experience with wargaming that honestly made a huge change in life? My entire experience with wargaming has had a huge change on my life. Basically, application for everyone in the community. I simplified event results, look at mainly. Then we were able to rank those people. Once it reached the point where people had the same or similar results, the rest of the CV began to be judged on the great part of the community consistent results, not just one-offs. Then it came down to captain committee decision. Okay. Feedback was also dead easy as we could go through this process with people. You had the same result. Okay. Are you going to do mini wargaming bat reps or more like tabletop tactics? We're going to do neither. We're not going to do any bat reps. No way. If anything, we're just going to do some. We're going to do some tactics things We're going to do this is, if you guys were subscribed on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Patreon, you saw we did some like, some piling mechanics and endless spell stuff early on, when you could be like, well, you can lock people in with shackles and stuff as a tactic. We're going to do that for Moonclan because, well, for the Gloomspite, because I think that there's some really clever little tactics and how they work. Might also be really simple, and people are like, okay, I don't really understand how it works, and then we'll just go through it and make it happen. Because Nathan's control of like the micromanagement of moving models around on a board is really, really high. So I also think it's really, and it'll also be really good for me before I go out to any of the big events, do any commentating, because we'll be able to like, oh, he's done that well there, or he hasn't done that well, so we'll be able to have a conversation about it, which is dead healthy. I think some collaborations would be cool, like Mikey coming into League of Nights. I think that would be fun, but we already got that plan, Chris. Barrips are better in my opinion. I would watch it all day. That's all right, Fish Sean. No, I'm with you, brother. Like, I'm really happy that like you like them. Like, watch them, get involved, bro. Like, I don't like them because it's not enough permutations. Primark, a stream without Jet's bumhole. What's even the point? I like to see back reps where the reason as to why things are done, and the other options which could have happened, like the World War II documentaries. Maybe like a breakdown of the mental math and set up for objectives. Yeah, I think that's probably what the plan is, Arky, and something like that. We're going to get on the tabletop and do it. Could you ever do a highlight video of games you stream from tournaments? If a player did a really smart move, you could break it down and explain why it was good. Full back reports tend to be overloads of dice rolling. Yes, so Zemini's, that's a really solid point, and actually something that, again, is this working like it's working right now? Great job. Great job. When we go to tournaments, we do the tournament coverage, but there's loads of people helping, like John. But the next stage of that is one of the things that we're able to do is take photos of the board and then afterwards do like post analysis of the game. And then those obviously could just be like videos that you export. Welcome to the post analysis section. So that's probably what we're going to do. But you just need a couple more commentators on hand, or you need to give the commentators a little bit of a rest because it's quite a long game. But you can make it more exciting. You just need a bigger and bigger crew, so you just need a bigger and bigger budget. So yeah, those things are possible, definitely. You just need time and money, and people. And, well, money is the thing for the people, really. Hey, Mr. Hector, how you doing? I love watching rerolling one bat reps. Yeah, K-Dread, that's the guy. Rerolling ones, that's the guy. It is a bit repetitive watching people fumble their way through games, especially when they don't know what they're doing and the armies aren't built for tournaments. I've tried to build bridges and open doors through the stats, and many people are closing the door in my face. They're not interested in making the community better. That's very true, I love it. But don't worry, we'll just make a bigger community. It's fine. I think mechanics, tactics, scenarios, videos would be good differentiation between other channels, as there's hundreds of Barrett channels out there. There is, Mr. Thomas, and I don't really want to get lost in the noise. And I think people do good jobs. Like, the people that make Batrep videos, they make cracking Batrep videos for what they do. Whether or not they're competitive or good armies or built well or they can play well, I think that's a good conversation. Some in-depth tips and tricks would be cool, especially for someone who mainly focuses on painting and less playing. I want to pull some upsets in my local club. Well, what would be good, Mub, would be if you showed those videos to your friends so you all got better. Maybe then you learn something we don't know and you can show us, because that can be a thing, I guess. Yes. I already know who that is, LLV, and he's so hot right now. What about the ranking system and open application like we did? Really can't understand why it isn't used. So I'm going to be talking to one of the people who was part of the selection committee for the ETC and help with that. But if I'm honest, I think I've come up with a smarter plan. What an egotistical prick. If I'm honest, I reckon I don't want to lie, but I reckon I already know the answer on how to be much smarter. No, there's a scheme in my brain. So I think maybe it's time to announce officially Secret Project number 2 to be released. Not yet. Secret Project number 2 is now in effect. That's right. So that's exciting. But I've been obsessed with it for about 6 weeks now. 6 weeks? Yeah, about 6 weeks. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably got some sort of learning difficulty, because once I decide that I want to do a thing, I get obsessed with it and I can't think about anything else. So it's boobs. It's boobs. Thanks, Mum. I'm happy. Why? By saying they're Team England, they're saying they represent every US player in England. Yes, like look, like the guys on the team are pretty solid Warhammer players, so there's not an issue. There's not an issue in my opinion in that regard. But I think what's healthy is challenging that, because then we get to have a dialogue, and you challenge it, and you get told you're wrong, and you get shown how you're wrong. No one loses. No one challenges it though. You don't get a better system. I like there being better systems. This guy looks brilliant. I really like your idea yesterday about having an ETC team play on a sport game with Merc team. I know you did. That's right. That's right. That was my. I thought that was healthy. I thought that was like challenging but healthy. That was just like, look, cool, we'll beat you. It's like, whoa, okay. And then that could have created, like, if there was even a modicum of like, yeah, let's do it. Let's play them. Let's accept that challenge and play. See, that just creates cool community vibe, right? That's just brilliant. It's just like, all right, okay, it's cool community. But unfortunately, I think that will fall on deaf ears. And that's what's really sad. Because you could create some cool gossip and drama there. I'll fight you. You're not the Yu-Gi-Oh master. I am. I really like... Hi, Mam dear. I don't think it's necessarily true. You won't pick one player from every social group to play in England just because it's accurate represents the players in the country. Now, why not pick the lower end players, because that represents players that maybe don't do as well? The ones who control don't want better systems. They're wrong. That's fine. I don't mind. No, but you should make your best attempt to get the best players who are available. There you go. The people on the council, in my opinion, were working hard. Jonathan Atler made a really solid point yesterday, because he was like, if it was the Swedish team, I wouldn't even bother having a council. So you got to say mad props to the captain deciding to have a council of people to be involved in the decision making process. Like whether or not like he ultimately decided anyway, like it doesn't matter. I think that's notable, in my opinion. It's notable. Notable. Can you guys see this? Am I doing it right? Do you know what? Hi, Datcom. Datcom. Great dancer, FYI. I don't know if anyone knows that, but Datcom can dance. So, my question to you guys is, why don't orcs, so this is 40k orcs, have a great unit that's a combat unit? They've got orc boys and hordes of boys, but where is their like elite fighting unit? Because orcs grow stronger and bigger, right? Through combat, through fighting, and that's how orcs be orcs. But I was looking through the whole codex and I just could not find that fighty unit, like the orc war boss who can go toe to toe with the Space Marine captain. Like I just couldn't get it, and I want a unit of like just nails lads from the 40k orcs, because they're just cool. Knobs are rubbish though, because they've only got 2 up save. No, John, it's not orc knobs. It's not mega knobs either. Mega knobs, if they were points efficient, yes, but they aren't. Hey Bruce, how you doing? I think current topic of choice and selection, right or wrong, with who's playing on the team highlights just how much is wrong with this hobby sport. If your face fits, end of, and it's why the game will constantly struggle to have a negative aura around it. Don't worry, Brucey. Don't worry, Brucey, my friend. Yeah, I've cracked it. Secret project number 2. I've established it. I've established it. It's fine. I like problems because then you can get solutions. And that's fun. Don't worry, we've got it. There's no more problems. I'm super confident we're going to have a great week. We're going to have a great year. AOS 40k, we're smashing it this year. We're doing nothing but having fun. and I refuse to let anyone stop me. We're just going to have a laugh. Every environment, every place, we're just having fun. Knobs, double chopper orc knobs in a truck. Convince me, Carmack. Convince me. The best orc fight unit is the orc player screaming, "What? I flip in the table." Oh dear. I just want a badass orc unit, like a bit like brutes are in AOS, but they're not really. But you know, I kind of hope that they are, but they're still not really. That's a bit of a shame. Do you know what can I tell you the difference also between AOS and 40k that I think I like at the minute is that, like, I think AOS with some of the releases, because I spoke to one of the model managers once. They've obviously got this silhouette idea, and in 40k your silhouette idea is you have like a tank. That's your big thing. But like, I don't like how Centurions look for Space Marines. I think they look a bit rubbish. But I'd like there to be like a big, beefy Space Marine unit that's just like a big bunch of lads kicking it. And I'm sure that's meant to be what Dreadnought, you know, like, oh God, it's not called that, is it? Terminators are meant to be. But like, they've kind of been overshadowed now by some of the bigger models and units. So it's like Deathshroud Terminators. They were cool, but they're just so expensive. I just want some big boys, because then it makes the smaller boys seem smaller, and then that makes the smaller boys cooler. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want everything to get bigger. Just want there to be like some I don't want big. In fact, I want medium sized. Helverians and smaller. That's what I want in 40k. Mamdir, you've got this. 2019, take that silver net to the tournament. GC the Colts, don't worry, it's happening. Woo! High Moon Tyrannid! Welcome 2019, the hype. Too much focus on shooting units, even with orcs. Yeah, I know. I mean, what the hell? Chico Van Lith has just subscribed. Why are some lists transparent on the Honest Wargamer, Sergeant Wolf? So the lists on the Honest Wargamer that are transparent are because they're from the older version of AOS. They're from 2.1. So the FAQ that went up recently, now it didn't change much, that FAQ, but what we did is we built a system inside the Honest Wargamer that when a list becomes old, like because of an FAQ, we just changed it. Now, if the list designer can just go back and just change it to 2.2, which I think is the current version of AOS. So let's say if 40k is an example, there was before you could make units fly across models when it charged, and then there was after. So on the Honest Wargamer, there would be 2 iterations. And so basically it sorts by the most current version of the game, most popular army lists, if that makes sense. Oh dear. I'll see some of you at LVO, going to be epic. LVO or LCO, Mamdare, because we're not at LVO. Are you at LVO, Mamdare? Are you going to play? Sylvan Earth. Can I tell you what's going to be really hard about doing the CanCon coverage, gentlemen, is it's going to be really hard to not be like, oh, I wonder who's going to win this event, Daughters of Cain or Legions of Nagash. It's going to be an interesting one, in my opinion. Hi, Miami Canes, hope you're doing well. So that, yeah, I mean, obviously being upside down is going to be an issue as well. And the heat is going to be horrific. I don't know if I'll survive the heat. But, yeah, I think that's going to be really interesting. How to build the drama of armies we know are going to do well. And also how to build the drama on Game 5 when we know that several people can potentially win the event all at the same time. So I'm really excited. I've been racking my brain. I think I've come up with some of the answers, but I have been racking my brain for the past few weeks about exactly what to do on that subject. Naming top 10 would be more interesting. It's going to be trees, as Moon Tyrannid. I am new to this. What are you new to, Miami Canes? Welcome to the show. This is where me I talk about Warhammer sometimes. On Thursday, I talk with two brilliant gentlemen about 40k, and on Monday, I talk with Nathan plus some other brilliant gentlemen about AOS. On Tuesday, you'll get to watch me paint shit and ask me silly questions about whatever you like. I think I'll be helping the coach look at the breakdown next week. I think, yes, LLV. Fuck yes. Keep doing it. We will build some good drama. Good. I'll be able to jump off the back of that drama. That'll be the key. Key focus is jumping off the back of that drama. But it's still tough. It's still tough on game 5 when potentially like maybe 30 people can win the event. That's going to be hard to like, you know, like develop, especially when we're covering one game. So I kind of want to cover several games at once, but it's just daunting. So I think I know what to do, but we'll see if that pans out eventually. I think the numbers say you can have some really cool conversations. Yes. What would be really nice for the first time is is getting a good night's sleep on the Saturday night. As long as jet lag doesn't like kick my ass, that'd be fun. Getting some sleep before you do the Sunday coverage. That'd be cool. Plus, obviously, I'll be doing it with Dan again. I get to hang out with Clint, which I'm really excited about. I get to meet the coach. I'm going to get to meet all the guys, Travis, Chris Welfare. I mean, me and Chris have met before, but like I get to meet all of the Australian community. It's going to be, I hope I get to see Papine. I don't know if he's going, but that'll be a little highlight for me. They're just so friendly and they've been so supportive, and I just find that just wicked. And then when I go to Adepticon, same feelings, but about all the American guys. Also, I did a show last night on Garage Hammer, if anyone's interested. Garage Hammer, which I am super pleased that David asked me on the show. Invite me on the show to talk Warhammer. What? The Garage Superstar. Get asleep and read the 1,000 word of day 1 breakdown, and I to write up for you and send to Drunk Scrivo. Yes, please, LLV. Yes, please. That'll be the key. Send it to me too. Rob, please do something like Sky Sports Soccer Saturday. It would be awesome seeing an event covered like that. I probably if this is the issue. Like we've been trying to solve it's the number of inputs, Carmack, and that's why this that I've done today. This might not seem like a big deal. And again, shout out to Serbator who's in the chat. He basically. This half, he personally has paid for. This bit working, he's achieved. So he's made it. So big shout out to Chris. You're the star. So I'll do some more shout outs later. But obviously everyone on Twitch as well, like drawing on the screen and all that. You guys have got it all together. So I'm slowly building it. I promise. It's just graft. I just need to make each bit work in unison. And I'm getting there. Miami Canes, I live in Nottingham. Please don't murder me where I sleep. Oh nice, I still listen to Garage Hammer. Yeah, it was really cool talking to him. John, aren't you coming to Ireland with me? Have I asked you? Is Nathan coming? I think you're coming to Ireland with me. If you're not coming to Ireland with me, then I think Canhammer Darren says you might be coming to Canada with me. I can't remember. Moon Tyranid, Rob, my local club just moved locations, and this gives us many opportunities. One of the things we've spoken of is stream room table, where I could focus on in terms of setup. Moon Tyranid, if you need like a guide, if that's what you're asking me for, or like what you need to set up, no problem, brother. I'll help you out straight off. Just let me. If that's what you're asking, I'll write it up. It'll be easier, I think. I'm only asking because there's a huge tournament in my country next month, and I'm wondering if there's any point coming without a super competitive attitude and Gutbusters Army. I'm only asking because if there is a huge tournament in my country next month, I wonder if there's even a point coming without a super competitive attitude. So I don't know what super competitive attitude is, but you should try to win your games. Have you read the workbook? Have you been on thehonestwargamer.com and read the workbook? If you read the workbook, I think that's pretty much as set up as you need to be to play a game of AOS. So I'd do that if I were you. That's my advice. That should help you. Spent a while working on that. So hopefully that gives you a good answer. And then you can obviously go on the Honest Wargamer and check out all the lists to give you an indication of what you might have to face in the future. Yeah, you would love it. All right, no problem, Moon Tyranid. My pleasure. Hi, Swan Mighty. How you doing? Good. What do you guys think of this? Is this cool? Is this good? The green good? Better? I think it's better. I'm pretty chuffed for that, if I'm honest. And then I'm going to try and do some... Is that too broad, the difference? I don't know. I've not really done highlighting much, so I'm just going to give it a try. Point coming in. Yeah. So you've read the workbook, Mob. Good. All right, that should help you, I reckon. No, looks a bit weird. Good work, Chucklebutty TV. Woohoo! Chuckles, you know that we're having to replace you at the LCO, and we're having to replace you at CanCon with someone else. We have Tom Layton doing your job when we go to LCO, and which is your infield reporting job, and then when we go to CanCon, it's being done by not Mr. AOS Shorts himself. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? He's doing your job. Will he do as good a job? Will it be dynamic? Will it be vivacious? Let's see. Don't worry, Tom, you got it. You're going to do a great job at the LCO. Yeah, baby, this is cool. I think that needs to be thinner. Thinner paints. Thinner paints. I might Facebook Duncan. Duncan, how do you thin your paint? And he'll be like, well, I've done 9,000 videos at this stage on it. If you don't know by now, probably never talk to me. I wish he was that acerbic. That would be the best. Excuse me, how do I paint green? Please go away. That would be great. Yeah, Tommy, you ready to drop some bombs on players? Give some people some shit when you're going around the tables, because you've got to. You're gonna have to be. It's gonna be tough. He wouldn't say that. He's add paint thinner. He's too polite. All right, this looks awesome. There you go. What do you think of that? Oh wait, can you see? It's too bright, isn't it? It's too bright. Whatever, Trevor. I'm doing it now. It's too late. This is happening. This boy's getting done. It's getting done, son. Do you think coats of green next? You got to probably give him some shit. It's in the job description. Yeah. We need to sort out some internet for Sheffield Slaughter. That is one of my that is on my ongoing to-do list. But the Sheffield Slaughter will have live coverage because AD Mac and the Sheffield boys deserve it more than anyone, I think, in the world. So it is my personal crusade to achieve that. Even if we have to do some janky hooking up 9 different phone networks sort of business. It's going to be complicated, but I'm going to get it done. But I don't think it'll be too complex. Just have to pay for some data. That's all we got to do, and then we can get it done. It is because the Sheffield Slaughter is actually held on the set of Only Fools and Horses. If anyone's ever watched that, so it's hosted on the original set, and AD Mac himself actually drives that yellow van all around. All around. Phone tethering is a thing in the UK. Yes, it's just the volume of data. Does anyone fancy doing some maths for me while we're all hanging out? So you upload 3.2 meg a second. 3.2 meg a second. That's the upload rate. So 3.2 megabits times 60 seconds. If someone wants to know what that is. And then, so obviously that's the minute. and then tell me how many gig we need in an hour to upload. Bits or bytes? 3 to bytes. Bytes. Oh, Rob, true fact, David Sports Centre was using full money. He used to play 5-a-side there. Oh my God, that can't be true. Is that true? Is that actually true? I booked Sheffield off work too. I'll be there before I know it. So get a bit. Oh, yes. Heinrad, excited. 192 megabytes a minute. LLV. That's the issue. Oh wait, what's that in an hour then? True story? No way. 11 gig an hour. 11 gig an hour. Okay. Okay. That's possible. That's possible. It will just cost a couple £100, but that's fine. That's doable. I can do it. No problem. Done. Done. Don't worry. Sheffield Slaughter will have coverage. It will go to the ball. It won't be an issue. We'll sort it out. Hobby Heresy, thanks for subscribing. That's nice of you. That's nice of you. Thanks for all being here. What are you all up to? You got any plans? Any questions? I'm taking questions at par. All right. I get 50 gig a month, Arcan. Yeah. So we should be able to do it. I'm almost certain. It just means I've got to really reduce how much I send my Snapchat nudes out for my premium Snapchat. But most people don't really subscribe to my premium Snapchat anyway. But that's just because I didn't think I'd make it as an Instagram model, but I wanted to try. That was my 2015 goal. Make it as an Instagram model, and I didn't make it, but I gave it a good go, and I got a cracking set of outfits out of it, which is the key part. In North America, we could buy these things called data sticks. Yeah, we have those too. I can just run your previous Snapchat away on it. So you can use the data space for the stream. Yes, Wolf Beast. What's the question? What's the question, Wolf Priest? Yeah, dongles. That's right. We do call them dongles. You build a Marauder Cav. Nice. Have you given up on beasts, Pa, or are you still playing them, bro? And how are they working out for you? I actually have been quoting you several times in the past few weeks, ever since you talked about the spells for beasts and how it was all based on that. And I was involved in a 2-hour talk the other day about Beasts of Chaos with a gentleman that should not be named, going to the AOS Masters. I'm a grower, not a shower. I am a grower, not a shower. Anyone else playing Beasts of Chaos? Yeah. Question, Rob, I'm curious why Games Workshop didn't make the Roblin Gobbo. It should be made. Is that what you're trying to say? The Roblin Gobbo, probably. There's probably a list of reasons why they didn't make a Gobbo based on a single individual. But that's fine. That's fine. They did do a Shadespire card called Stab Him in the Knee, which is pretty swish. So that's pretty cool. I'll take that. That'll do. We'll do that for the Gits gang, which is what you guys are, the Gits gang. Gang of Gits. Reposing the night and it's giving me a headache. Yeah, man. Beast for Slaughter. It's a dingle which says it's a dongle. Warhammer Rob, you're currently painting Tiny Night. What Tiny Night are you painting? Currently waiting for my wife to arrive with food. Oh, damn it. Don't say that. I want to eat before I start DJing later. Eat before DJ. Actually chuffed with all the work I got sorted today. Hey, he looks alright. Oh, wait, can you see? Look at this. Edge highlighting. Woohoo! These boys are going to be the belle of the ball. People are going to love playing these guys. One of the things I was thinking, so has anyone checked out something really cool, which I'm super on board with, and I might make it like a thing, I don't know, that we have on our page or something. But have you seen the coach has bought a 3D printer? I think that's just a no-brainer. I think the Honest Wargamer is probably in the next, probably next year, not this year, but we're going to get ourselves a 3D printer. I think that is just it for prizes. So getting prizes printed out for like trophies and stuff, getting scenery printed out, it just seems like an absolute like no-brainer in my opinion. Just get a 3D printer and then we can just leave it running in the studio and just get stuff printed out. I just think like, especially with like the community we're involved, like if I was just like some person, I'd be like, oh, 3D printer, but like we're literally in the community where everyone's got a CAD file, knows how to put them together. We're in the place. So I think getting a 3D printer is like a no-brainer. What do you guys think? What's a lady git called? Asking for a friend? No. A princess. That's what she's called. Wait, is Warhammer Rob pink, Rob? If it is, I hope it is. It's not. Sorastus Knight for Titanicus. I'm so excited if that's Crouchley. No, wait, I can't mention his name. Mr. Rob. If that's Mr. Rob, I'd be so excited. I miss him. I should visit Greg's in Southport for one this weekend. Are you going to get yourself a vegan sausage roll? Yes. I disagree with calling non-meat things by meat names. Of course you would. Of course you would. It's interesting, isn't it, Arkian? You're a snowflake now. How do you feel about them apples? Right? Those vegan apples you probably don't eat because they're not covered in bacon. Beast doing okay, but changed slightly with less reliance on spells. Still only got 5 ups and no magic buffs. That's harsh. I like the have you tried the ball yet, Pa? Because I find it so good. I used it in my AOS in my I don't know what they're called, Chaos Dwarves, and they're amazing. I think that's wicked. I personally would go all in on the Wildfire Taurus. Super. I think it's really good. I think there's loads of room there. Only meaty apples for me, please. No more protein in the vegan one. Is there more protein in the vegan one? Nice. Make Greg's great again. Probably because there is more meat in the bloody vegan one. Question, why do vegans feel the need to replicate the non-animal they're about to eat? I had vegetarian pulled pork the other day, and it was fucking delicious. I was like, wow, I ate so much of it. It was so tasty, and I don't know why it was tasty. Maybe because I spent my whole life eating meat. I don't know. I don't get super excited about the taste of some, like, freeze-dried kale. I don't eat that anyway, but it's a great question. I can't answer it for you. I'm just a vegetarian. Please don't hate me. I'm not Peter, so I don't know what to tell you. You've only managed to get it off once. What about on a Zangor Shaman part? Because he gets to re-roll the casting value, and it's a 6. It's a 6 to cast. Wait, I've always wanted. I would go for an SLA 3D print. In my opinion, they are light-based ones. Okay. I am pink and coral, but I don't think you're the one you're thinking of, Winky Face. Question, with something like the Wildfire Taurus, aren't you fearful that it will be shunted back on your next turn? Swan Mighty, like this is, so I mentioned it yesterday, everyone wants to get AOS centric for a second while I paint up this 40k model. Endless spells, get ready for it, are a skill you need to learn. Because, so I set a Wildfire Taurus up within 12 inches. Right, okay, let's do some pots. Let's do some pots. Okay. Can you guys? Oh, I have done that worse, not better. What can we see? Nothing. Oh my god, this is terrible. There we go. Okay. Right, so I probably should change that one. So I'm this fella here, this pot, as you can see, and my opposing enemy is yellow team. Now, when you cast a Wildfire Taurus, you set it up within 12 inches, then you move it 12 inches. Hits my opponent. Now, if I get the double turn, if the opponent wants to send it back at me, the furthest they can send it is here. So just don't be anywhere near it. That's the simple trick. Like, it's like, if you get short-ranged spells, then don't have short-range spells attacking you. But long-range spells, you just throw them into your opponent's lines, and then they have to dispel them. We're going to make some videos, because, like, it's so clever, and you can be really good with it. And anyone, like, if you start to see, like, you should play with endless spells on your list, if for no other reason to know how to counteract using endless spells. They're just so good. Rob's a soy boy. This explains so much. What, my dashing good looks? Is that what you're saying, Carl? That's what I reckon. Don't eat Vegemite sandwiches. I won't. There's no skill in this game. Just double turn, fam. Shush, Tom. There's loads. What's your 40k list like, Nick Lamborn? Nick, do you want to play a game? Do you want to come and play a game on the telly? We'll do a bat rep. You can use your knights or something, because my alt list is... I'll play my alt list against you, and you won't win. No matter what you do. You can't win. I think I'm unbeatable with my orc list. Unless you bring loads of Eldar scatterbikes, and then you can maybe beat me. That's the only way you can beat me. All the Megans all the time. Only Knight incantating my Sword Castles, and I've been having trouble reliably getting Geminids off against the current Magic Heavy build army, says LLV. You've been having trouble LLV, you don't use Geminids. Geminids are a bonus to win. Like, you should have a couple of spells in there. And I don't know. But don't drop Geminids. Geminids should be the first thing you put into an AOS army list. Geminids, number 1. That makes sense, but you're not going to take advantage of the always fight last thing in that turn. You are going to take advantage of it, Swanmite, if you charge after it. But it depends how you want to use it. Like, what I've tended to find once I've cast endless spells is they tend to be up for a couple of turns. Because as it gets into the crunch turns of turn 2 or 3, people start making decisions like, well, I'm just going to leave the endless spell up because I want to get my spells off that do damage, or, the spells that they're used to. And also, the cool thing about the Balefire Taurus or even Geminids is once the turn has happened, or the priority roll, the spells have done their job. So even if you dispel them, they've still done their job. So they're a great defensive spell. They're so good. Does that mean you're trying to... no, LLV, the Orc Army is just nails. It's just brilliant. I submitted my list for Caledonian Uprising. I want to see it. Yes, I do. Tell me what it is. I have only one wizard is the issue, and I can't squeeze any more in. Okay, that is an issue. A big issue. Supreme Command Action, Calf World, Avatar Arcane. Oh my god. Yes. A Wraith Knight. How many Wraith Knights is there? Just one. One Wraith Knight. Alright. That's good. Yeah, man. I like Wraith Knights. I've heard Wraith Knights are going to be good. Specifically off you, Tom. So I'm a little bit scared. I don't want Wraith Knights to get me. Anyway, Geminids or Endless Spells are like the pro move, in my opinion, at this stage. They are like go-tos. And there's like an amazing counter game. And if your opponent doesn't have them, they're not going to like, or hasn't used them. So I don't really use Gemini. It's like, it's upgrading how you play for not much effort, really. It's a big deal, in my opinion, and I'd encourage everyone to use as many endless spells as possible, just to get used to them in your practice games. Maybe overload on them a little bit. It does require wizards, but did you catch the show where we were talking about casting as a resource? Because that actually is really interesting at this stage. I'm not really sure what I mean by it, but like it sounds interesting. I think I know what I mean by it, but not really. If you have 3+ wizards in the build, it does depend how many wizards you have. I am not gonna disagree with you, but you just got to work out how best to use it. I think. Well, that's what I think anyway. Oh, some Twitter beef. What's the Twitter beef now? Oh no. Yes, good work, Team New Zealand. That's solid. Yeah, just more stuff like you to say. Tom, you know the secret project that we were talking about the other day. Imagine if the winner of the secret project was the group selected to be the representative for the country. That makes the most sense, right? That seems like a fairer system. What do you think of that system? Tell me what you think. Yes or no? Because I feel like that's the answer. I view the whole thing as a managing resource game. Okay, that's fair. What, the whole of wargaming? It probably is a managing resourcing game. You're probably right. Oh my god, orcs are so good. Shaman orcs, I don't know, something about them. I really like it. I think I'm into it quite a bit, to be honest. I think these models race. Oh, yeah. What time is it? All right, oh, bloody hell, I've got to go. Bloody heck. Yeah, baby. Well, I mean, even if I say so myself, I think that's gone smashing. And also, the streaming thing has worked pretty swish as well. So thanks very much for helping me out, guys. You guys have been amazing. You're wonderful. You're always super cool. I love hanging out with you. Thank you very much. Let me know what hobby stuff you're up to and what we're doing. Join us on Thursday. We're going to be going through some more stuff. Please join us this weekend when we're doing the LCO coverage. Really excited to do some solid... yeah, so many orcs to go. Looking forward to doing some solid 40k coverage, which is going to be really hype. Thank you very much, Bob. Going to be doing some more soon. So join us for that. Hellstorm Dan. Am I seeing you this weekend? You're going to be there. Tristan Gray didn't miss much. Don't worry. We'll see you guys soon. Also, next week, potentially new schedule for the Honest Wargamer. More shows. What's that? More shows? That's right. I think we've fixed enough problems now. We can do more shows. So you guys are great. We'll see you soon. And I don't know how to turn the stream off anymore because it's a new one. So bye.